This is Tacoincidence, where we learn the secrets of breakthrough brand experience from the most brilliant leaders while we're on the search for the perfect taco. Join us on Taco Stop number 9. The visitor is God. I met up with Binod Rai on Taco Tuesday at Tacos Mi Caramelo during his visit to Utah. 28 years ago, Binod and his father started Insight Himalaya. They lead expeditioners on treks to Mount Everest Base Camp in Nepal, where the spirit of Namaste is alive and well, and infused into everything they do as they literally take brand experience to a whole new level. I wanted to learn why he believes in the power of brand experience, what he does to create it, and how it's helped him thrive. All over tacos. It really doesn't get much better than this. So you've had tacos one other time?
Twice.
Twice?
Twice, yeah.
Okay, tell me about it. What happened?
Actually, so once we had Del Taco, right? I don't know. But the other one was the other one was with Binod.
Okay, just next to Sears.
Yeah, but that's amazing.
Don Rafa on the street.
On the street.
So do you have anything like this in Nepal?
Definitely not. No. Maybe we can do that. Yeah,
hey, there's the entrepreneurial spirit. I love
because
it.
The bread.
Let's take it to Nepal.
It's almost like chapati that we have back home.
Yeah. Not a lot of beef in Nepal. Because why?
So because it's a sacred animal.
The cow is sacred.
It's sacred
for the Hindu faith, right?
The Hindu faith.
Yeah.
But it's not sacred for people of all tribes. But you
can find it.
We can find it because in
probably
five-star
more
hotels.
More the tourist areas, 5-star hotels.
It's available.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed that.
So over there, this is like the jackpot over there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So tacos al pastor is marinated pork.
Oh, I like pork.
You do? Awesome.
I feel pork is a very versatile meat.
Oh. I'm so grateful that pigs taste good, because you'd look at them and you'd never guess that wallowing in the mud was going to be delicious.
For your information, I've been a pig farmer for the last we stopped having pigs in the farm.
Of course you have.
About a year ago, but before that we ran a pig farm for almost 4 years. I used to make my own bacon and
really?
Yeah, I know how to do that.
Well, then so you'll be taking notes here, because you can maybe take this style back to Nepal.
Absolutely, and I think it's something you can pick up quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And then there's avocado and pineapple. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah. Mouth watering.
La perfección. Okay, you already limed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's very, very important.
Yes.
Did you put any of the spice on?
I haven't.
That one's probably going to be the spiciest. This one's pretty spicy too. Not ghost pepper style, but you couldn't wait. I get it. I understand. I know. I know how it goes.
Yeah.
Can you taste the pineapple?
Oh, I can taste the pork. Pork is very soft. Mm-hmm. Very juicy. Do they put lentils in there, beans also? Not really, huh?
They could. You just want your dal. Everything's better with dal, right? Tell me about what you do. So you're in Nepal, Himalayas. Tall. You're not necessarily summiting, but you're going to.
We are.
Tell us.
We are organizing treks, high altitude treks. All sorts of treks in Nepal. So when we're talking about all sorts of treks, we're talking about trekking at the elevation of maybe 7,000 feet all the way up to 19,000 feet.
Okay.
Going over high passes. That's almost 80% of the work that I do.
Okay.
And then the rest of the work is providing logistics for one-off trips. So this could be maybe a documentary film, a charity trek, someone who wants to do the highest swim in the world. And
so you coordinate all of that then?
Coordinate all of that sort of thing. And if you really think about it, that's the standard stuff. When you talk about trekking, behind the scene, it's always logistics. And for a smooth holiday, a smooth trip, you need to think ahead. It's planning about everything from food to equipment to on which day where you're going to get, and then all the other things that could happen in terms of problems
Preventative stuff.
that you need to be you need to think ahead, have a backup plan, and then eventually the extraction at the end. Make sure that everyone comes out safe. So that's logistics anyway.
So how many treks a year are you doing? Like
We are
your
doing-
company leading?
My company,
Which
we're
is-
doing something like 20 to 30 treks, which
Okay.
is not a lot.
Now people are all ages. So what's the youngest and
The
the
youngest
oldest?
we have taken is 8 years old.
8, okay.
The oldest 75.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously the oldest people we have taken 75 are people who've been trekking, have always been walking. For us, before any trek, for any client, it's very important for us to listen to what the clients want,
Yeah.
what they can do, what they want to do, and then what they can do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes what they want to do is not what they can do.
Sure.
So we gather all that information and then make a good choice for them.
Make it for them.
And
Kind of like the tacos, right?
Yeah.
He wants to make it just for us.
Yes.
Yes,
like
that's
that.
how we want. That's awesome. So young, old, but people are coming from all over the world, right?
Yes,
Or-
they're coming from all over
where-
the world. When we started the company in 1990, it usually used to be people in the West,
Okay.
as in America, from Canada, and Europe. And now it's been about two years that even people from India, for example, are coming and really enjoying the trek.
Wow. So I've seen Everest.
Okay.
When we were flying from Kathmandu to Bhutan,
Wow, that's a really good flight because that's one of the really nice flights I like because on a clear day, if you're flying from Kathmandu to Bhutan, which is like
right?
an hour,
Yeah.
you're flying parallel to the Himalayas,
Exactly.
and you see the Annapurnas.
Breathtaking.
Okay.
Well, and what really still sticks out in my mind is that we're at cruising altitude, and we're like eye level with the top of Everest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Sure.
mean, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, here in Utah, we were talking about this earlier. It's like these mountains are we call them mountains, but for you they're
They're like
hills,
hills.
right? They're
Yeah.
just little
Yes.
hills, because the Himalayas are just like mountains
Yes.
on steroids,
Yeah.
just like
So when we-
majestic and huge. And,
One thing we like to tell our clients when they come to Nepal is, your mountains start, your mountains end where mountains start.
Right. Yeah. Well, okay. So I was actually wondering. So, what is it that drives people to go on treks with you? Like, what's their motivation? Like, are they trying to find themselves? Are they looking for like an appreciation for nature, for God's creations? Are they just enjoying a vacation and they want to be physically active? Like, what is it that is driving them to come to Nepal?
That's the sort of people who love nature, people who love trekking, so people who would be quite compatible to travel in the Himalayas. That's my experience. But then talking about the interest of the clients who come on a holidays with us could be, so they've heard about Nepal from a very young age, they like to come. Their parents have come before, they would like to come. They're on a charity trip. They like a challenging trek, a challenge itself. And so that's the reason that people come to Nepal. But I personally think if you like trekking, you have to come to Nepal because we've got the highest mountains, we have so much variety. And then the other thing is if you're interested in mountaineering, how can you not come to Nepal? We have the 8 of the highest mountains, 8 of the top 10 mountains in the world. We have it in Nepal. You have to come to Nepal. Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. So
Well, and not only that, but my experience when I've been in Nepal twice, and my experience in Nepal has really changed my mentality about life in a lot of ways. Really. And I didn't even hike with you, and I can't wait to at some point. But
in what way would you say that?
it all boils down to one word for me, and that is namaste.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean,
Do you know the?
I do, but tell me how you describe namaste, because for me, it's impacted my perspective on life and our time here on Earth and our the way that we interact with each other. But you tell me, how do you define namaste?
I think when we translate Namaste, obviously when we tell people when there's a visitor coming to Nepal the first time and we say, how do you say hi, how do you say bye, and we say, there's one word, it's called Namaste. So Namaste means hi and Namaste means bye if you say it in the right time. But then we also say that it has a deeper meaning than just say hi, because in English I think hi is just hello, right?
It's a greeting.
It's just a greeting, and it's a good thing to say. But Namaste is said properly or done properly when you join your two hands, and you join your two hands, and you are actually not doing it like this, but you're bringing close to your heart, and you're looking. It's eye contact, and you're telling the person Namaste, and so when you also say Namaste, you bow your head. And so the deeper meaning, obviously, is I worship the spirit within you. I respect you at the same level, if not higher, as a spirit. And I want to be hospitable to you. And I think it also goes back to the point where traditionally in Nepal, if a traveler came to a village, and when you talk about a village, it's, not all villages are affluent, not all houses are affluent, but if a traveler came to your doorstep, he said, Namaste, can you give me a shelter? It's dark, because in the village there's no hotels, no motels, whatever. So can I spend a night? And in theory, and it is practiced to this day, where the visitor is allowed to stay in the house, maybe not inside, but in the porch outside, and the person needs to feed him and not charge him any money. Because we believe when we do that, then we are also serving the gods. And I think one very interesting thing is in Nepal, with the tourism and everything, the tourism department in Nepal also promotes this belief, which has always been done for centuries in Nepali culture, is the visitor is God. So while you are serving the visitor, you might be serving gods.
Wow.
And people can relate to that because in Kathmandu there's so many temples and so on. And those things are to serve people, and that gods used to live among the humans. And there are temples in every lane. People can relate to that.
Wow. I mean, that was so beautifully described.
Yes.
I have felt that.
Yes.
I've felt that very deeply when I was in Nepal. We were in rural villages.
Okay.
And hearing you say that, they invited people into their homes. We stayed with a family when we did like a mini trekking experience. And I will tell you, without any guile or without any hesitation at all, there was such a beautiful spirit of welcoming, of this idea of the divine in me recognizes the divine in you. This idea of, that's so powerful that the visitor is God.
Yes.
How impactful that could be on all of our mentality.
Absolutely.
And I think that's how we interact with each other. If we treated each other as, if you're God, I need to treat you with this utmost respect, right?
Yes.
And utmost, attention to your needs.
Yes.
It's just, it can change everything that you do in your life.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that was so impactful to me about Nepal is that it's very real. It's not just lip service.
Yes, definitely. And
it's not just.
And one of the things that we, as a company, and I personally, I want to make the effort to carry on doing treks in Nepal, even though now, compared to 20 years ago, it's more expensive. It's more expensive to do what we're doing. The style of trekking is called Himalayan style of trekking, where we stay in a group of 10 people.
Okay.
We have 30 porters. We have 5 kitchen team and 4 guides. So imagine, for one person, we have almost 4 to 5 people to look after. And some people might not like that. Some people, maybe from the West, find it a bit uncomfortable. But I say, we are creating jobs.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that we are creating jobs because in the villages, carrying stuff on their backs, 30 kgs up and down the hill is a part of life. And when they trek with us, they get hard cash, they get money. And so I want to continue doing that,
Oh yeah.
because I find myself more passionate to be able to show that Nepal, and the Nepal I really want to show is that Nepal which sees people in that light,
Yeah.
because now with progress and so on, those things are fading away, and that's natural.
So I know that in Insight Himalaya,
Yes.
this one of the things that's the most important to you is creating an exceptional customer experience. So you are doing this in one of the most dangerous, like challenging environments.
Right.
So tell me about that. Tell me about what that looks like. Tell me about how you create a world-class experience on the highest mountain in the world.
One of the things that's very important to us, and I believe that's the backbone of our system, is our personnel, our staff, our people. My father, obviously, my father and myself, we started the business
28 years ago,
28
you said,
years ago.
right?
He
Yeah.
was 45. He just left the army. I was 18. I just finished high school and learning the ropes, but really enjoying it. And I think as a company, we were very lucky to have my dad, because he was the person who handpicked the people, handpicked the boys, and then trained them from scratch. Now that's tough because you are working with people who probably don't know about maybe even hygiene to start off with, and cooking and so on. But then one of the good things about that is you are starting from basically zero. They haven't picked up any bad habits, and if they are good learners and they're genuine, then they are learning the right things right from day one. But then the other thing is also you start to think, how did they stay with you for so long? Whereas in many places you would go and you'd see there's new stuff every time. And I think one of the reasons is because we, right from day one, we accepted them as family. We thought it was our responsibility to look after them properly. And that definitely paid off. And one of the reasons is basically, we liked what we were doing. We took care of our people, and that paid off over the years. And so we keep doing that. For our boys, it's we look after their health. We look after the immediate families. 28 years ago, when we started the company, I was 18, he was 45, and he said, when we start the company, when we run the company, we will run it ourselves, and we will stay small. And for me, at 18, I said, hang on, and like businesses should always be, after 5 years, it should be 200 people. After 8 years, it's going to be
right?
300. No,
Yeah.
he said, we just stay small. And he said, one of the reasons was that he said, I want myself and you to be trekking, staying fit, enjoying trekking, number one priority. And then, obviously, doing the business. And the other thing is, at altitude, we also, we have to look after our clients in a more very personal way. Say, for example, if it's cold, we have to tell them, put on your jacket, put on a woolly hat, and then I'll go to the extent of saying, okay, let's take off our pack, start drinking. But I not only say that, but I actually take off my pack,
And you do it
open
too.
the bottle, I drink it myself.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, people understand that and they follow you. And similarly, all my guides, they need to do the same. They have to look after themselves. And I say, look at the guides. What are they doing? They've got a jacket on. They've got the
Follow
gloves
the
on.
guides.
For me, it's very important that clients have an excellent experience. And because if they don't, then the repercussions cannot be
For
good.
sure.
Yes. Whenever we talk about a trek with the client, I always
Yeah.
talk about the safety.
Sure.
Right? Safety is,
Of course.
Is,
That makes them feel comfortable
absolutely
too, right?
safety. So when you talk about safety, 28 years of trekking, no fatalities. 28 years of trekking, no untoward experience. Why? Because we have anticipated that. simple things like, say, for example, at nighttime when we camp, we probably are the only company who would set up lights at night and have someone on duty. And I say that we've never had an bad experience. But what I also say is it's common sense. If you have a light outside the tent, people don't trip over, don't break an ankle.
Of course,
number one.
yeah.
But number two, if you have the light out and about and someone just on duty, that will discourage anyone who might want to come into the camp
Right.
for any reason.
Of course.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about the level of attention to detail, because every time Binod talks to me,
Yes.
he's like,
Level
it's
experience.
unbelievable.
Yes.
Like candlelight dinner
Yes.
at,
Yes.
14,000 feet, 18,000
Yes.
feet, candlelight dinner. And he says, I have had the best French soup of my life. And he's like, and I lived in Paris. and my dad cooked for the Queen of
Yes.
England. So he knows good food.
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about, like, what are some of those, like, little attention, little things, simple things that make a big difference? The limes, the salsa, what are those things for you that you guys do that make it special, so that every time someone tells me about it, they're talking about your French soup on the top of the mountain?
Yeah. I think one of the reasons we will it's about understanding and trying to give the client the best experience. But I think you can only do that properly when you do the treks yourself, leading the treks yourself.
Sure.
And then what I start thinking is, okay, so if I was on a holiday with Insight Himalaya treks, what would I want? What I would do better. But then I also think that when you start doing things better, then, where does it end? Like, are you going to have cutlery or crockery and all that sort of thing? So obviously there is a fine line as well on that matter.
Sure.
But then I think it's things like, what would I want when I'm up there? And for me, those things were to have, number one, not being anyone being ill, and that was having our own kitchen team who knew about hygiene, cooking properly. The other thing was having hot meals. I personally don't enjoy having packed lunches, so it's like, say for example, some companies would do packed lunches 13 days. 13 days of packed lunches is not nice.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, absolutely
there.
cold. And no matter how hot it was when
all
you
you
prepared
want is
it,
something
you
hot.
might have it
Right.
in a nice thermos container, but by the time it's lukewarm. And it doesn't have to be elaborate, the meal.
Of course.
What very important is the soup.
Yeah.
So those things, like, it's about making people comfortable and giving a balance and a nice, balanced, wholesome food. But most importantly for us was providing, we told staff, we are going to produce hot meals every day. And now, there's no discussion. It says, Binod wants hot meals, we get hot meals, we will give hot meals.
Yeah.
So those are the things, simple things like that. And then again, those things about, at one time we used to use a lot of tin stuff because we thought that was good.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of imported stuff. But then we realized, no, that's not really. We can produce wholesome meals using the local potatoes, the local vegetables. I personally hate those sort of white bread you get maybe from a factory in Kathmandu.
Totally.
So we've taught the boys to make fresh bread. It means getting up
On the mountain.
2 hours in the morning and making fresh bread at 5 a.m. in the morning, and they will make it.
I want to go on a trek with you so bad. I mean, because the food alone, I'm totally into the trek and the mountains.
Yes.
But this food sounds amazing.
What I can say is, I want
Maybe
to tell
you
the
can
world.
incorporate some tacos into the next
Yeah, we
round,
can, yeah. But what I say is, I believe personally, anyone who comes with us once will never go back to anyone else.
Wow.
Because of what we give the attention to.
Well, I hearing you tell all of your stories about different experiences hiking the mountain. I've hiked Kilimanjaro, but we did it, and I think about how important those things are that you mentioned.
Yes.
We used to look forward to the hot soup every night.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the little things made a really big difference.
Absolutely.
In-
At altitude, we always serve soup at lunch, at dinner, because it's just comfort food,
Totally.
easy to consume, rather than just water.
Mm-hmm.
And so we compensate with altitude. You're supposed to drink at least 5 liters of water.
Yeah.
Because you not only use water to keep yourself rehydrated, but also for breathing.
Right.
You use at least 2 liters of water just for breathing,
Huh.
because the air is so dry. The body has to moisturize the air before you can. Otherwise, it will destroy your lungs.
Okay.
That's
Wow.
so you need a lot of water.
So, I mean, you know how important it is to obviously pay attention to detail.
Yes.
What about surprising and delighting? Like, what have you guys done
Yeah.
to surprise and delight any of your customers, your clients on the mountains?
But I think one of the things that really surprises the client, and I like that, and it's very important for us, is the food. We are able to produce just like very nice pasta. We produce dessert every day. We do apple turnover at 18,000 feet. We do, I mean, it's without overdoing it. Just that, and
So, what are their faces like when you bring it in? Do you bring it in?
the cooks bring it.
The
in.
cooks bring it
Yeah.
in. What do they say?
Oh,
I mean, it's like they're
they
bringing
just
it
believe
in.
it.
And
They
you're-
can't believe it. And then they say, and then by day 12, day 10, they say, "Can we have that again?" So we have things like my dad has an excellent recipe of sweet and sour chicken.
Oh.
So we do sweet and sour chicken, and we have had people come from Hong Kong, and they say like, "No, that's good. That's the real stuff." So we're proud of those sort of things.
That's awesome.
I think food is important,
Oh, yeah.
especially after a hard day's walk. And then the other things I want to put in, like say a proper clean toilet, a portable toilet. Those things are important for us. And the other thing is also showers. We are the only company does hot portable showers, but you will only you have to come to
Whoa.
experience that. Yeah,
Hot?
hot showers. We can give you hot
Every
showers
day.
every day, any altitude.
I did not shower when I hiked Kilimanjaro.
Yes. So you didn't work.
Did you?
No, I didn't. No, because I got a free trip.
I can't wait. No, one of the things that I remember about, you talk about the whole hospitality mindset in Nepal, the Namaste mindset.
Yes.
I love this. The visitor is God. It's so profound, and I'll never forget that description of really that mentality and that kind of mindset. I remember when we were leaving, the first time I was in Nepal, it was during Diwali,
Yes.
right? So I was
And-
there with my sister. But
Oh
tell
my
me,
goodness.
so I was there, and they told us about, and on the brother-sister day,
Yeah.
there was another brother-sister on our trip too.
Okay.
And so we had this whole ceremony.
Yes.
I went, because the sister's supposed to make a meal for the brothers.
Sister makes a
Make
meal
a
for the
meal.
brother, and
the
the
brother
brother is
gives
supposed to
gifts.
go and give for the sister.
Right?
But the story, how the story goes
No.
back?
I mean,
this
maybe. I
this
can't
is
remember.
This Hindu belief, Hindu
Yeah.
religion, where there was a time in ancient, Hindu
Yeah.
history where a sister saved the life of a brother by basically, sacrificing herself, as in like
Huh.
really
Wow.
fighting the demon, or even basically almost giving her life for
Wow.
the brother. And so the Hindus look at see the sister as a power which can save the brother. And the Hindus take that very seriously. So a sister,
Wow, that's beautiful.
all brothers want life,
Yeah.
safety. So we go to our sisters and say, thank you for praying for me, for saving me, giving me life. And again, a good reason for our brothers and sisters to come together. Yeah.
So cool. I mean, it's just, it to me, it punctuates that whole mentality of caring for each other,
Yeah.
recognizing the divinity and
Yeah.
the special nature that
Yes.
each human being has.
One of the things that you can experience during that festival, and even if it's wedding, Nepali people, if you're in the vicinity and you said, hang on, can I come into your house? Can I be part? And they will be so
Come
hospitable.
on in. Like you said earlier, your family. Like your team is your family. And
Yes.
then I think what a tribute to your business that you have people coming back 6 and 7
Yes.
times. You clearly have some very special things that make you as a person and a
Yes.
leader amazing,
Yes.
but also have really distinguished your business from
Yes.
others. So, but all of those things,
Yes.
they take extra effort.
Yes.
They could even be more expensive.
Yes.
You're getting your team Gore-Tex jackets.
Yeah.
providing soup, you're making fresh
Yeah.
bread, apple turnovers. I mean,
Yeah.
you name it.
Yeah.
You're doing things that are a little bit.
Extra.
So other business owners, other leaders may say, you know what? It's just not worth it for my
Yeah.
business
Yes.
because it's extra money, it's extra effort. I have to, I have to train people. I have to
Yeah.
go to all this extra. It just seems like extra, extra, extra.
Yeah.
So what would
Extra,
you say to those business leaders and CEOs that may think that it's a little bit more effort than is really necessary?
No, I see the extras are very crucial because they give you the edge. And also, I think, isn't it sometimes difficult to find that edge to be different? If you know that these extras are essential for the business, and of course they give you the edge. I don't see why you should not do it, because those are essential. Clients are going to have excellent experience, so I almost see it as a no-brainer. Those things are you should go for it, and then better the experience, and yeah, definitely it's going to pay off.
So even if you're running a software company, or
Yes.
even if you're making styrofoam plates.
Yes, I think that extra, because it's required, it's making a better product, it's giving clients a better experience, is very important, I think, for me personally. I almost like to say, like, sometimes clients would want to do things in a certain way, but this is the better way. What do? It's easier to say, yeah, okay, fine, we'll do it your way. But I would like to do it the way that's best for them. And definitely it pays off. And they really appreciate that.
And they come back 7 times.
7 times, 8 times.
Okay, so one last question.
Yeah.
For leaders
Yes.
that will listen to this,
Yes.
if there's one thing that they could do today to make a difference in their business, in providing an excellent experience for their customers, what would you suggest that one thing be that they could do today, starting today?
I think, I have to speak from my experience. And when I really look into my business and then say, and was to say that what is most important is my personnel, about looking after the personnel, about, almost like you're so close to them, understanding them and caring for them that they become part of family. And therefore, the result that we see is that the whole system of the trekking business, when people go on a trek, you just look at me, Binod, you don't even order your boys, you're not shouting at them, everything's working, and it looks like a well-oiled machine. I say, yeah, it's a well-oiled machine. Once in a while, I have to put the oil at the right places. But you must come to Nepal, and I definitely encourage all people to experience what we have, that we have managed to create a synergy
With your team.
with my team, that they look at it as their own, as a family. And the more I look into the system, the more grateful I am, and I want to do more for the people. So definitely looking after your personal, and really understanding them.
For sure. Well, if they feel like they're treated well, they are going to provide an amazing experience for your clients.
Absolutely.
That those clients are then going to be coming back to you because they feel part of this larger family. It sounds like the spirit of Namaste is alive and well, in your
Absolutely.
business in a very real and meaningful way.
Absolutely.
Well, so awesome. I'm so glad we could talk.
Yes. I hope you will be able to visit Nepal, and
I
then,
can't wait.
even if
I
it's,
can't wait to get back, and I'm so grateful for you sharing so much about your experience and your mentality and how you are a successful leader and business owner.
Well, I'm learning, but it's been a nice journey.
Special thanks to our host, Tacos Mi Caramelo, for creating the ideal place for us to talk about brand and customer experience. With the al pastor on the trompo and the handmade tortillas, this place is one of the most legit taquerias in Utah. Join our epic taco journey on our website. You're not going to want to miss out on the national taco tour we're planning when we launch the book, The Search for the Perfect Taco. So follow us on social media, subscribe to our channel, and tune in to another episode of Tacoincidence, where we'll continue to explore the secrets to level up your brand experience and your taco game. Okay, just throwing this in here. El Pilon.
I understand what you mean by putting
Lime.
lime.
So much better, right?
Yeah. Yum, yum.
You know, they also put lime on watermelon,
Yeah,
on pineapple, mango, papaya.
I can understand that. Because in Nepal,
like-
we put lime on the papaya.
Oh, you do?
And it's supposed to
Brings out
bring
the flavor,
taste,
yeah. It's very messy. But that's kind of part of it, you know?